So
Yes.
today it
So
is
what?
about body language mistakes to avoid.
Yes.
Am I right?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so before I go ahead, why don't you or from anyone from the audience can tell me as according to their experience or whatever information they have or you have, what could be the possible body language that we should avoid in the interview?
Confrontational body language.
Please explain what do you mean by that?
Like being holding your hands on your chest, crossing your arms
Okay,
near your chest. So I think that
okay,
is one of the things that I've read is bad.
okay. Have you experienced any? Has someone ever come and told you, Anusha, don't do this?
No, I've seen the videos and I've read about it.
Okay. Okay, let's get started in that case. So
Yes.
body language is the most crucial element when it comes to giving interviews. So there has been a lot of studies that have been done on body language, and it is understood that 93% approximately, is all about your body language, and the rest, that is 7%, is only the words that you use. So now you understand the impact of the body language. It's not only about how you show your demeanor, it's not only about how you sit, how you move your hands, it's also about your volume, it's your tonality, your modulation of your voice, and giving that impact, when you want to highlight any kind of an accomplishment, or also if you want to highlight the challenges you have faced, and how you leave an impact when you are describing that to the interviewer. So the entire package. However, you are prepared for an interview by doing your research, your mock interviews, reading your scripts, keeping your answers ready. But if your body language is not in congruence to the words that you're using, that can go totally against you.
Okay.
Okay, because that's exactly what any HR or the hiring manager is noticing about you. These are unsaid kind of a conversation where one, it never happens that you do not communicate. You always communicate through your
Yes.
body. I'll just cite an example. Anusha, you would have experienced in any kind of a social gathering, for example, or even at a workplace, when you're physically going in the premise of the office, right? Where one of your colleague or a friend comes and say, hey, Anusha, is all fine with you? You don't seem to be okay. Without even you saying or
Saying
uttering
anything.
a word, the person has come to a conclusion something is not going or something is not going really well with you. How did that happen? It's all because your body is constantly throwing signals to the outside world. And this
Okay.
all happens at the unconscious level. It's not a conscious effort. It's at the unconscious level that happens, subconscious level. You can use that term as well. So when you get into an interview, however prepared you are, but if your body language is not in congruence to what you talk, that is, if you don't marry your body language with the kind of conversation you want to leave an impact with, that can go definitely against. The first one here is eye contact. I think one of the person in the audience mentioned, I think Rahul mentioned that.
Yes.
Exactly. One of the most important skill here is to master is eye contact. Very important one to have. So there was a research done sometime I think in 2018 by Career Builder, and they mentioned that this is a top-notch skill can go against you if you don't master it. Because eye contact is so imperative because it helps to build a rapport, it helps to build a trust, a connection, so that the interviewer is totally engaged. He feels you're engaging him in the conversation. Now imagine if I'm talking to you and the audience, and if I look down, if I look here, and if I look there, how would you feel? You'll be like,
Not
with
interested.
whom is she
Yeah.
talking?
Yeah.
Right? You're going to be distracted all the time. I look somewhere else. Eye contact does not mean that you constantly look and stare at the person. It's
Stay.
not about
Okay.
intimidating anybody. It's about giving those few seconds of glance, approximately somewhere between 3 to 5 seconds. Just look at the
Okay.
person, engage, get him glued to what you're trying to say, disengage, look somewhere else, and come back again. So establish the
Okay.
contact back again. That is what eye contact is all about. And in interview, it is extremely important because you're trying to build that rapport. You're trying to create an impression so that you get hired, right?
Okay.
And this rule applies be it virtual interview or a physical face-to-face kind of an interview. The second is poor posture. Now we all have heard, a posture should be straight back,
Yes.
shoulders behind, chin slightly up.
Up.
All is fine, but how would you do that, right? Because posture, one, of course, it starts at the conscious level, because we need to constantly remind ourselves that I need, when I go to the office or when I'm in the virtual meeting or the interview, I need to sit straight. My background is very clear. It's not cluttered. I'm looking presentable. These are the conscious reminders you have to give first to yourself until it becomes your
Okay.
second nature or your DNA. So poor posture over here, what you need to do is to engage the interviewer when you're seated on the chair, be it on the virtual or in the physical premise. Sit straight, your shoulders back, and just lean a bit ahead,
Okay.
and that is the indication you're giving into the interviewer. Hey, I am listening to you, I'm interested. These are non-verbal cues. Not
Okay.
everything you have to tell the interviewer, right? There's something you tell through the body, by nodding, by acknowledging, by saying, oh, is that so? Oh, really? These are the acknowledgements you're doing while talking, just not looking plain Jane and he's talking all alone or she's talking all alone, like how you're doing with me right now. You're kind of nodding, there's a gentle smile on your face. That's exactly what is expected when you talk in the interview. That's a point two. The third comes smiling. Not overtly, it should be balanced. Don't go showing all your teeth around, it is not required. Okay, on a lighter note, it's just a gentle smile, just to make yourself feel comfortable, because smiling sends a message to your brain that you are relaxed. And when you
Okay.
are relaxed, you are much more confident, because you start feeling confident. Confidence is not a, it's not a course you can do. It's a feeling that you get inside, with the help of your own state of mind. It's a state of mind, basically. The bottom line is that. If I tell
Okay.
Anusha, get confident, will you get confident? You
No.
have to feel that confidence, right?
Yes.
So we can't teach confidence. It's a state of mind of an individual. So how would you trigger that? One, just by giving the gentle smile on your face, it gives a hack to your brain that Ashwini is relaxed. And when I'm relaxed, I automatically feel good in my own skin.
Okay.
And when I feel good, that things come out in my conversation because I'm so relaxed, I'm not nervous, I'm not anxious. That brings my confidence back. Okay. Over here, the tip would be ideally try to meet the energy of the interviewer when you're
Okay.
smiling. So if the interviewer is smiling, try to match the same energy. If you're confused, how much should I smile? Just try to match that energy, whatever the interviewer is doing. But over here, um, the, there could be a challenge. There will be some interviewers that just don't smile at all.
Yes.
They just don't smile. They are like, they're just staring at you and they're just listening. They will not even acknowledge. These are certain styles of the interviewers, the way they interview the candidate. The reason being is could be possible to understand the stress level the candidate can handle just
Okay.
by the his body language, non-verbal cue. That is not talking anything, minimal conversation, not smiling, not acknowledging, just a stern look like this.
Yes.
Okay,
That is intimidating.
okay. That's an intimidating. You're actually doing
Yes.
it deliberately, just to see the other side, how he or she is going to respond to you. Possible reasons could be one, he's trying to check, are you able to handle the stress in the given moment? Can you handle different kind of people you come across? Not everybody is going to cajole you all the time. It's a corporate, right? If not everybody is going to treat you like, oh, you're my baby, you're everything. They're not going to do all of that. You're going
Yes.
to deal with every different kind of people. Some are fine, some are not fine. We have to deal with it. We don't choose people in the corporate world. We don't get that chance, right? So that is why they want to check. One. Two, maybe the job requires that kind of stress for you to handle, or the role demands that kind of a stress level because the people you're going to deal with are somewhere like this.
Okay.
And that is why the interviewer is trying to see if you are able to handle that stress or no, just by his way of putting across to in the form of non-verbal cues. Then comes a fidgeting. As humans, we can't keep our hands calm. We want to do something with our hands, but we just don't know what to do with them. Can we put them in the pocket? Can we put them on the table? Can I play with my hair? Can I play with my glasses? I keep doing this. What do I do with my fingers or my hands? So the best is either if you're sitting on the table, be it in the physical premise, one-on-one, or in the virtual interview, you can do it like this. If this is a table, assuming this is a table, and you can just keep it like this.
Okay.
Or you keep your hands on your lap. You don't have to sit cross like this stiff. Okay, tell me. No, you can just keep your body relaxed. If you don't know what to do with your hands, keep your hands on your lap, or if this is a table, keep your hands like this, something like this,
Okay.
and get comfortable. So you're not confused what to do with your hands. That is one way. Second, you can also engage your hands in the conversation, like how I'm doing right now. When I'm talking, I'm engaging my hands, and they're going in the rhythm of my words. Okay, so this also helps in giving the impact what you're talking.
Okay.
For example, I just used the word impact, and I gave that impact with my hand.
Yes.
So you can use these gestures when you're doing that conversation with the interviewer, because the body language is far faster than the words. The impact of the visual is far faster than the auditory. Right? 75% of the population remember the visuals, what they see. Okay, so that is the fidgeting. This is how you can manage. Then comes a weak handshake or handshake. Now that we are slowly opening up, we are opening up slowly. Not all offices, but in case if you happen to go to a physical premise for an interview, face-to-face kind of a conversation, the first handshake either can break or make. So try to match the energy of the interviewer. You don't have to break the bones of the interviewer. I have personally gone through the experience when I was into the corporate world, and when I used to shake my hands with the candidates, right, they used to literally break my knuckles. They used to go so hard. And imagine if you're wearing a finger ring, you're dead.
Yeah.
And you can't even scream in front of them. You're like, you're literally controlling your emotion. Oh, it really hurt me. So you don't have to do that. That's a terrible handshake then. Okay, a handshake, try to match the energy of the interviewer. That there are different kind of handshakes. While I don't want to talk about it in this live, that's not the topic. Hence, but a different kind of handshake, and one has to be appropriate. That is vertical handshake, and the thumb should be on top and balanced. It can't be like this. It can't be like this. Just do it like this. And just in that three shakes, 1, 2, 3, you would actually introduce yourself and a welcome dialogue. That's it. Hi, this is Ashwini Das Gupta. I hope you're doing well. That's it. In those three shakes, you finish it off. And that's how you break the ice. And then you start your conversation. Then the interview process or a small talk or whatever that is. You can start with that. That is how the handshake thing is. Now over here, like I mentioned, when it comes to handshake, one needs a lot of practice. It is not easy. People quite often come and tell me, Ashwini, it's just a handshake. Yeah, what's a big deal? Actually, it is, because 99% people don't know how to give a great handshake.
Okay.
Even I've seen senior leaders, they hold like a fish bone. This is called a fish bone. They're like, it's actually dead like this. Have you ever experienced a handshake like this?
Yes.
Or somebody will
It's a
touch
dead.
your fingertip over here and they'll shake.
Uh,
It is such a terrible impression you're leaving. So there are multiple kinds of handshake. So one needs to be very, very careful how you are doing that. Then comes clenching. Clenching. Some people actually, if you have an armchair where you have the handrest, they actually clench the handrest and they sit like this, as if they're sitting on a roller coaster. You don't have to sit that way. Just relax. Take a deep breath and just relax and leave your hands on your lap, or just put it like this. You don't have to, because that shows the message what the interviewer is getting, that you're super nervous. Or you don't know what to do right now, because you don't know how to break the ice and you're super nervous, and that's why you're clenching. And by clenching, you end up sweating also. And then constantly trying to wipe your hands. I've also seen in the interview, These are real examples I'm giving, Anusha. In the interview, I've seen people actually wiping their hands in front of me on the pants
That's
because they sweat
gross.
so much out of nervousness. And nobody is going to teach this.
Yes.
But interviewer definitely observes all of this aspect.
Okay.
Even if you're not nervous, the message what the interviewer will get is that, hey, you are nervous, you're anxious, you're overwhelmed. Right? In case if you happen to get in the situation, the best thing is have a glass of water. It just calms you down. Have a glass of water and take a deep breath. That's it. You are good to go for an interview. So clenching, it's a big no-no. Then comes your stiffness. Some people will also sit with a very stiff body, as if, oh my God, there's no flexibility.
Yes.
Yeah, it's robo. You're not a robo. You're human. You're meeting another human, right? So don't show the stiffness. Get very relaxed with the body. Get very calm, very relaxed. If you are that, the other person also feels relaxed. Because you're actually, have you ever heard about this the phrase, you rub the energy on me?
Yes, yes.
It's a very common one, right? Because
Yeah.
whatever energy you're throwing on me, I'm actually taking it. That's how we function as humans, right? So
We
that's
say
exactly what
vibes.
happens in the interview. Yeah, it's a vibe. It's a
Yeah.
word, right? Vibe. Hey, his vibe was not good. Her
Not
vibe
good,
was not
yes.
good. Something was very uncomfortable about her vibe. This is exactly what it means. So you don't have to be stiff. I understand one can be nervous, one can be super anxious. Fair enough. It's a normal thing. But there are ways to handle it. Don't let anxiousness override your skill.
Okay.
Right? So avoid to be stiff, sitting stiff in the interview. Just be relaxed, calm, and then go for the interview process. So these were the tips I wanted to cover today. Few of them I have not covered all, knowing the time constraint we have. But we do have so many videos that we have posted and so many podcasts that we have done. So I request everyone to go hear our podcast and our YouTube channel so that you get to know a lot of information about the different aspects of interviewing skills.
Yes.
Over to you, Anusha.
Yeah, do check out our podcast on Gatha. You can listen to interview tips on the go now. Thanks to Ashwini ma'am. And check out our YouTube channel. We have a lot of videos related to body language and interview. You can check out our previous video, which was the importance of body language during the interview. And do follow us on all our socials. We would love to answer any questions you have, any queries you have. Looking too serious, is that a bad body language sign?
Yes, it's. I wouldn't put in a bucket of a bad body language, but yes, it can go against you. You don't have to look serious. People don't want to hire serious people. You can be very serious in the work, but at the same time, you need to come across as an approachable and flexible person. Because in the corporate world, it's never going to happen that you're going to work all alone. You are going to work with different people, different functions, different teams. And if you look serious, people might hesitate to come to you, right? That's the first impression that we form through our own body language. And we don't want to give a impression which will go against us. So I'm not saying being serious is bad, but what I'm trying to say here is you need to come across as an approachable person. What if, just for an example, Firoz, what if I sound very serious and I just don't smile, I don't acknowledge anybody? Would you be okay? Will you be okay if somebody behaves that way with you? If the answer is no, then we will have to get a little flexible the way we come across to people then. All right? I hope I've answered your question.
Thank you guys for staying so long with us. We appreciate everyone staying staying tuned to us. So we'll see you next week, same time, same days. Have fun, everyone, and stay safe, stay vaccinated. See you.
Bye-bye. Take care. Pleasure. Bye-bye.